everybody. I am Eric Wingman Peterson.
I'm Rob, Design Eponymous Irving.
And this is, what is this show? Wingman's Hangar.
Oh, I thought it was Design Eponymous.
No, that's Monday.
Oh.
That's Monday. Starring Rob Irving, featuring Rob Irving, and hosted by Rob Irving. Anyway, so if you're new to the show, this is kind of an inside look at everything on Descent Underground as we reboot the popular 90s franchise Descent. So we're going to bring you along for the ride and show you what's going on. We want to have a special thanks to our most recent backers. Mike's going to roll them on the screen there. Thank you guys very much for joining in. Welcome aboard. Yeah, there's still time. You can still get anybody in if you want to. Get them all in. Special thanks to Unfortunate Rookie for your substantial pledge. Thank you very much for that. It shows a lot of trust in the development team. And
we appreciate it.
And we appreciate that. We're shooting this from the Bahamas beach. You just can't see it.
Yeah. We've just green screened the beach out.
We're gonna give you guys a tour of the office, I think, next week. And
awesome.
Because Voight asked for it. Said he wants to see all the cool furniture. I don't think he realized some of this.
Where are we going to find cool furniture?
I don't know, but I think we got some stories around that furniture, which I think they'll appreciate. So, also, we want to thank the newest member of the Underground, Mick.
Getting the inside scoop
yep.
on Descendent Studios.
Yeah, welcome to the Inner Circle, Mick. It's going to be fun. Coming up today, we have a really big week in review. We have art, design, meetings, interviews, and Rob, you're bouncing around the test map, I hear.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah, we're testing out some really cool explodey bits.
Explodey bits. Breaky bits.
Breaky bits. We also have this week's most valuable post. We have forum feedback with several videos.
They really didn't want Wing Noob back.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's awesome.
I know, it's terrible.
Love you guys.
And our very first Be a Legend video. If you remember in Kickstarter, we had several people that signed up to be part of the show. So we're going to be having that this week. So
you get to meet some of the people out there who helped make this game possible.
Right, and that's the cool part about this is a whole community making the game, and it just feels like there's a lot of people out there with really cool jobs, doing some cool stuff. A lot of people helping out, and John, who's helping this week, is a pretty neat guy. We've met him a few times. So, well, this week at Descendent Studios, the modular ship system was getting closer to being finished. So
it's pretty darn close.
It is. The one we had for the Kickstarter was cobbled together, hacked together.
Job.
Yeah. It worked for what we were trying to do, but we found a much more efficient manner of how to make it work, and so that's coming up. UE4 Linux server testing is going on. Jason's busy with that, trying to make sure that when we have servers, they actually work. That's important.
Takes a lot of drive space.
And man, thank you to AMD. AMD, right there on the screen. AMD.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, AMD. They sent us 4 more 290X cards.
Awesome.
I know, it's great. So we've been building our systems. We ordered a bunch of parts from Newegg, and we've been building them. I think you saw that last week. And we haven't had to buy a single graphics card. NVIDIA's sending us stuff, too. NVIDIA! Get the NVIDIA! Guys. NVIDIA's coming as well. We're going to get them up, too. So let's take a look at some of the art we have this week. Ooh, we showed the laser grid. That is pretty neat stuff. Look at that, the laser grid.
That got people pretty excited.
It did. You want to talk? How does that work, Rob? What does the laser grid do?
So, say you're being chased down a tunnel.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't want that.
No.
You can't have guys following you along. So you drop this behind you. It sticks out to the walls, blocks off the tunnel, and then anyone who flies through it takes damage. Hack, slice and dice.
So it's kind of like a modern, cooler proximity bomb. Now, are we going to have proximity bombs too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So very neat. I like that. And if there's a GIF on your blog post that shows
there is
moving down the hall,
and the neat little highlight effect that he did on the ships.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Josh!
Josh is amazing. Josh is really good. And you guys will meet Josh coming up soon.
Yeah.
I think you've seen him around, but we're gonna have a special Josh bit soon. Let's take a look at some environment stuff too.
Here's the clay models.
Yeah, some of the clay models that we're putting together for little bits and
detail there.
See, exactly, side pieces. This is what will give the room's life, the hallway's life. It'll
That's
make
a paper cutter.
No, it's not a paper cutter. I believe that's an entrance down there in the bottom, though, right?
Oh yeah, or that.
Right, the harvester tunnel, and look at this.
That is cool.
Yeah. Now, now you know what this is, though. This is where the harvester attaches to the top of the asteroid, drills a hole down, and this is the slinky-like hallway, which goes all the way down and into basically the spawn room. And there'll be
staging room, which is where you will spawn.
Right, and there'll be like a shield. As soon as we get to that, there'll be like a shield at the bottom of this that'll be protected area. So that's kind of like the modern exit tunnel. If you recall the first few, there was an exit tunnel. That's it. Each team will have their own exit tunnel. So that's the entry hall. There, it'll come down to that little hole at the top. You'll see that. That's where it will connect. And it'll actually stop short of there. It'll be rocky area in there, and then the shield will extend right there.
Shield will probably look a little like that laser grid effect too, but a different color and solid as opposed to the crisscross.
Right, and you'll be able to. It'll be tuned to your team's well, your team, and you'll be able to go through that with impunity. Is that right?
Impunity. Ooh, yes.
You will not
Excellent.
get damaged for that.
So this is one of our first roughs of the entry hall.
Right. This is exactly where you'll respawn as well. You'll drop down in there. This is where the connective tube comes down into, and you'll come. That's where you enter the map, so to speak. And at least this particular map, this map is more of an older mine that's kind of mature.
Yeah. We don't know what a gravity field projector is, but it sounded cool.
Yeah, I like that. That does sound cool. Also, we're going to take a look at the Warlock. We've got some really interesting stuff there that's going on.
So
That's an
early
old
design.
concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is we've already seen some of this, I think.
Yep, there is payload being loaded in there.
Payload being loaded.
Another design that was
Another
considered.
design, right, considered.
And then here's kind of where we're settling in.
Right, there you
There
go.
you
That's
go.
it. That's it. And I know that's going to be redesigned a little more, but grasshopper.
There you go. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
pretty impressive
it
from
does
the
look
front
cool.
too.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
does,
little
yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah.
And here it is underneath.
Nice. Look at all those hard points on there.
Cockroach.
It does look like cockroach.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Oh, I like that nose on the right.
I know, it's nice.
Is that the behind? That must be a rear view.
The behind.
The behind. It's a B.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
behind.
So we've got that going. That will soon enter modeling stage. We'll go from that and take it to the modeling stage, and you'll see that as it goes. We also did a Star Mazer video. Remember the interview we did last night? That was kind of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Here we are. These guys. Don interviewed us yesterday on his show, and they were another Kickstarter that we gave a shout out to. They gave a shout out to us, and that's one of the things I think we're going to be doing now is we're going to look at talking to other people that have gone through the same process we do. Because if we don't have a giant publisher out there marketing us, it makes sense for all of us to get together and sort of market each other.
Yeah.
So that it helps spread the word
Absolutely.
around, because that's important for us to do that kind of stuff.
We indies have to stick together.
And we are an indie.
We are.
Indie.
And those Star Mazer guys are as indie as you can get, I think.
Yeah, they're
pretty
cool.
Much.
They're-
They're very awesome.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. There's also a coupon attached that we tried out our new coupon stuff. It's for 20% off. You
Pretty
can join.
awesome.
Yeah, you can still get 20% off until I believe June 14th.
On all multi-ship packages.
On all multi-ship packages. That's right. Ooh, we have an early question from an undergrounder, Kamikaze Wombat. He says, "Are the design meetings for the underground going to be available for watching later? I would like to subscribe, but I'm at work during the time you stream them live and need to watch later." Yeah, so we will. The way it works now is that we do our sessions, our design under. What's not design underground? It's the underground's
Underground design meetings.
live design
Yeah.
meetings. I know we have all these different names for shows. Immediately when it finishes, it's automatically archived. So the link in the underground forum, which is how you connect to it, will immediately take you there. So it's immediately available in case you missed it. You'll be able to check it out later, and try to make it sometime though. But we understand some people work. but-
Maybe we could even consider like moving them around sometimes and having a later one for people in other time zones. Or
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Maybe,
We could
maybe,
possibly do
maybe.
that. Yeah, possibly. But we have to be cognizant of we have a lot of European friends, and so
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's and in case you missed it, here's kind of a look at a little small snippet of what went on during the meeting.
Today's agenda is basically to figure out what we're going to do with gadgets. The universal tools are the ones that when you explode, they drop. So that way everyone can carry them. Now, there are 3 of those, and they are carried on only 2 ships to start with, but they can be dropped. So this is not a show; it's a meeting. This is how we roll.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. It is absolutely.
Tools.
That's right.
And same with sprint mode for the Predator and the Blossom Sauce.
Blossom sauce made it on the thing. The death blossom.
Blossom sauce for the Typhoon. It's like the old construction zones in Descent where, that's where the robots came popping out.
It's a respawn zone.
Now
It's
they're
a-
mobile,
Yeah, right. It's a respawn. It basically creates bots.
So they can chase you around and spawn robots, which
Right.
is just
Very
mean.
nice. So that'll be like you want to go find that guy.
So we have each of those specialty tools, and so now every ship has a specialty tool except for 2. One being the Wasp,
Wasp.
the generic ship.
Yep.
2 being the Torch, and its specialty is being just like Descent. Now, gadgets, on the other hand, have a similar problem to what we had with the tools, in that there are a lot of them. One of the problems we have with these is that if we have just those 5 universals, the 5 countermeasures, as it were,
You
we wanna
can give
have-
players the option if the new one they run over is an upgrade, then they have the option to select it.
You drive through a power up and it automatically bumps back the power ups that you
Yeah.
already have.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily want to bump back anything. There should be some way of locking in set point position 1.
Yeah.
So the next question then is, how do we handle the specialty ones as far as do they go the same route as the tools, where each one goes to a ship? They're all attached.
Right.
The loaders are obvious because they would go with the Goliath. The miners are obvious because they'd go with the auger. Ore watchers kind of go more with the auger.
Man, we need a better name for that.
Well, yeah. Well, we're having a contest.
Yeah.
So those kind of fit with scouts. Peterman!
Peterman has faith, but Peterman's done this enough to know there will be one thing sussed out
I mean,
by
the
the
spreadsheets aren't
fans.
the end all.
When I type in the Rob cheat code, then my ship will be the one that...
Yeah, the finger of God. You go down the hallway, things are just blowing up.
This is a big.
It's a big radius.
Well, I have the real blossom sauce.
So there's still time to join the underground. In fact, you can join the underground at any time.
That was a great meeting. It's
It
good
was,
to have
it
people
was good.
involved.
Well, it's good. We have a team of about 15 to 20, and we don't come up with all the great ideas. It's always good to have, people that are going to be playing the game coming up with cool ideas. That's why we're doing this. We want community involvement, and so it was kind of fun to do that.
Plus, you get to see us kind of fumbling around as opposed to doing a show, where it's all prepared sort of ish.
Yeah, they don't see us fumbling around on the show ever.
Ever.
Never.
Yeah, you have gotten all your words right so far today.
Yeah, speaking of fumbling around, here's our very own Rob Irving taking a look at some exploding and destructible bits.
Take it away, me.
All right, so what we're doing is looking for walls to run into, looking for some mining blocks. Those look awful. We spent a lot of time setting these up so that we can test all the mining functionality, and the goal was to get blocks that could at least be destroyed. So we enabled these destructible objects with collision so that you can take your little ship and run into them. Oh, and then run into the wall, and then run into the floor, and then run into the... And there, look, they're breaking up. Isn't that nice? Explode! And then you watch everything fall and disappear. Leaves little bits hanging around. Now, fortunately, when we first announced this little bit, it was just run into things and make them explode, like so. But now, you can shoot them and make them explode! So, we have achieved what we hoped to as far as getting blocks in there that we can destroy. The next goal is to make them not explode until you hit them with a mining laser, but...
I might need some flying lessons.
You were you have to knock the blocks out with the nose.
It took like days of work to get that working. It really was. It was just put some blocks in, mess around with some settings, go ram into it in the game.
Right.
Rinse, repeat.
It's important for us too as gameplay. We want to make sure that the mining component is fun. That how thick a tunnel can we have? How long? Is it open space behind it? Is it multiple things behind it? What happens to the power ups? It's crucial.
And don't worry, you won't have to ram into it in the long run.
No, it's just how it works now. The lasers are supposed to be coming online today, though. So
I'm working on it.
Yeah, no. And now it's Keith McCormick with this week's Most Valuable Post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize someone from the Descent Underground community that's made a positive contribution to the game and to the community. This week, we're recognizing somebody who took some missile concepts that we had released to the community and incorporated feedback from our members and then used their image manipulation skills to create something new and unique. So congratulations, Yoshimitsu. You're this week's Most Valuable Poster. Oh, and Pyro Jockey, we loved what you did there.
Congratulations, Yoshimitsu. Nice take on the missile, and of course, Pyro Jockey for the retouch. Hello, Kitty.
Oh my.
I know. And now, what time is it?
It's time for forum feedback.
I promise no head jokes this week. Let's just go right to it.
Well
From
done.
Avenger, who is an undergrounder, will Descent Underground support metric units as well? I'd also appreciate this for the metagames such as Wingman's Weight. Well, that's...
Help me in kilograms.
we are actually doing the metric.
Actually, Unreal Editor works in metric units, and it's very easy.
Pretty much
to
the
use.
standard we're going to use. So that,
Meters.
So that,
Everything in meters.
meters. We're going to, yes. So the answer is yes. Although I'm not sure about Wingman's weight.
I guess maybe in documentation as well.
Right. Definitely not on Wingman's weight. They'll be done in that documentation. From Gunny, WPI 1999. He's also an undergrounder. Have you considered having any multi-crew ships? Maybe as a pilot and a rear gunner.
We have considered it.
Yeah, it's like we pondered. But not right away.
There's that other game that does that.
Yeah, there is another game that kind of handles that already.
Yeah.
Well, does it handle it yet?
Somewhat.
Yeah, I don't think so. But we're not right away. Maybe as we move forward, hopefully we get like 5, 6, 8 phase. We're making on this game for 10 years, and we keep iterating and making it better and better as we go. And that might be something for future, but not even.
It's really
not right
hard
away.
in a Descent game because of
Yeah.
the movement involved.
Exactly. Could you imagine
feel in
you're
control
like
of your
you're in a
just
turret
like,
and you're flying. Yeah, you're like the guy in front of you is just bouncing everywhere, and you can't. So it might be tough. I mean, maybe we'll have some man turrets, and we talked about having like man turrets in entryways or protected areas, but that's even further.
Phase 19.
Phase 19. Let's. No, 19. From Shogun, also an undergrounder. Is there a chance we may see Wingman shirts offered as add-on sales? Maybe one saying this is and another one saying STFU. Well,
I just want to say that is an excellent idea. Thank you.
should we have Wingman t-shirts? Oh, yeah, that guy's handsome. He's a beautiful man. We should support that.
Oh, no, we
Ask
should
the
not.
fans, ask, and ye shall receive.
Didn't they send in enough fan videos this week?
They did. They did. They did.
Speaking of which.
Speaking of which, exactly. We have a video question from Milkman. Take it away, Milkman.
Hey, this is Milkman, Wingman, and Design Hippopotamus. I'm here at Atlantis, and I'm looking at my cargo bay doors and the arm. How are we going to load cargo in our ships, and how do we move it about? Thanks.
Move it about.
That was cool. I think that's the Atlantis.
That's the Atlantis, yeah.
Yeah, that's Houston, I
I
think.
love space shuttles.
I know, I do too. Very, very cool video. We like it.
Yeah.
So, how is cargo loaded in the ships? How are we getting the mindset?
Brutonian physics. Magic.
Brutonian. It just sucks in.
It just vacuums.
Just sucks in. Like any other platformer or something, as you run through the coins, it just comes right up into
We
it.
don't worry about it any further than that. You
No,
don't have
no.
to move it around. You can spit it back out, and that's it. I mean,
That's right. It's right.
Or use it.
It does come out. You suck it up. You use it, or it gets blown out of you later.
Or you can spit it out for the harvest.
Right. Oh, we have another video question. What?
2 in a row.
I think the wing noob jumped the gun here. We have another video question. Take it away, Kamikaze Wombat.
Hi, Eric and Rob. I'm Kamikaze Wombat. I backed on the Kickstarter along with over 8,000 other people, but not all of us have advisory board level budgets. So I was talking to you today to ask about low-end computer support. Will you be considering those of us with low-end computers in your daily design and construction process?
So we do have a configuration lab, and the answer we've been giving on this kind of thing is whatever Unreal Engine 4 supports, whatever the low-end specs for that are pretty much our low-end specs.
Yeah, we'll try to hang there. Don't try to run the editor, though.
Yeah, you might. It's not going to be on a phablet anytime soon, or a tablet. From Sliver, an undergrounder.
Hi guys, my question is, as my ship gets heavier as I pick up minerals, will that make it harder to maneuver? Is it going to feel heavier with more minerals on board? Is it going to make it harder to turn? No, turn, damn it, turn. Oh, come on, turn.
Oops.
He needs to work on that turning, I
Yeah,
think.
gotta take more people for flight
And
school.
that's not our game, for the record.
Nope, not our game.
Right, ours looks a little newer than that, a little better graphically, I think.
Yeah.
But do ships carrying more minerals? Does it make it harder to turn? No.
We don't worry about that stuff.
No. So that's definitely not going to happen. You're still going to be able to turn your ship. We don't want the flight mechanics to feel different every time because it's primarily a combat game as well, right?
Can you imagine like somebody in a torch just kind of scraping along the floor because he can't get off the ground?
That'd be awesome.
Not that we have gravity.
Yeah, not
but,
that I was going to say. How are you doing that?
It's over near the gravity.
Right.
generator.
There are no floors.
The enemy's
There you go.
gate is down.
Right, from Skeleton Bane. You guys are definitely fleshing out the lore. Will you be able to access the lore in an encyclopedia-style database in the game, like Mass Effect's Codex?
So who's going to be the guy sitting there in his cockpit reading through the lore during the fight?
Well,
'Cause
nobody will be in
that
the
would not
cockpit.
go well.
But they might be in their drone bay. Yeah, maybe. So we'll probably have some sort of way of reading the lore. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that care about that.
Yeah,
stuff.
well, and we probably need to open a lore section on our website. Would that be a good idea?
Yeah, definitely going to have a lore section on the website.
Official lore.
I just don't want Keith coming in here with an AK starting to spray us because we're ignoring lore. So lore is very important, Keith. Dunkelza. Yes, we'll find a way. From Bless You, an Undergrounder. Will there be sounds associated with various missiles that can be heard in the cockpit? For example, when a Homer is approaching, like when you could hear the old smart missile tracking you. When a Homer is approaching? What is a
Homing
Homer?
missile. A homing
Oh, a
missile.
Homer. I thought that was like, no! You hear a bunch of, no! No!
That might be the sound effect for homing.
Here
missile
comes the
tracking
Homer!
you.
No! No!
So yeah, there will be warnings for missiles that are tracking you.
No!
And you would in theory hear the looping of the missile
Not the
jet's
dough.
engine of not the dough.
Yeah. So yes is the answer to that. Yeah. From Etherus, hurt my voice there.
Yeah.
What will be the contents of the vertical slice, and are you still planning to release on the Steam platform?
Contents of the vertical slice.
Well, we know what the vertical slice is going to be. It's 3 ships. It's one map. We're trying to get all the main systems working.
Basic mechanics,
doorways, basic
yeah.
mechanics, flight,
mining
shots. So the idea behind the vertical slice is a couple things. We've got a few people that are looking for it elsewhere, but we want to have something for you guys, you
people out there
who come in and want to play the game in our offices. So we'll have some matches. We want to get some feedback, some focus group stuff. So that'll come in. And so, what was the other part of that question that I just totally?
Are we still
releasing
releasing on Steam? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be
That's
releasing on Steam.
still in the plans.
You guys worked hard for the green light, so we're going to definitely be taking advantage of that. I mean, that is a nice way to get an early release where you can continue the funding. Where look, we still want to make the big epic single player storyline, and we don't have enough money right now to do that.
Pilots.
We do. We need more pilots. Pilots with cash.
Yes.
So Steam is probably a good way for us to continue the funding as well as on our website. So we'll be doing something with that soon. We've been machinating about how to make that work and still stay true to our promises and what we made on Kickstarter. So we'll have some more information on that. But definitely we're looking to do Steam at some point. And we'll tell you when as soon as we know. From, another video question from Voice Stalker, an Undergrounder.
Hey guys. Can you tell us a little bit about the AI that you're going to use in the game for the multiplayer and for the single-player campaign for the enemy bots? Are you going to be able to use Unreal Engine's Blueprint, or are you going to license a third-party app kind of like Moon Collider to make more complicated AI? If you don't mind telling us a little bit about that, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, what are we going to do with AI, Rob? Blueprints, by the way, being very, very, most of our games are being done in Blueprint.
A lot of it. And now we're getting a lot more code started now, but we've been able to do a lot in Blueprint.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see how capable it is and whether it handles 60F well. I mean, that's the important thing. Is it smart enough?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have AI. But whether it works in Blueprint, like you said, or whether we code our own, or whether we partner with Moon Collider, those are all great options on the table. I mean, so we haven't yet decided. I mean, we're doing the building of the ships, getting them flying right, and then we'll start building the bots and getting them, their flight mechanics and AI worked out. So that'll be a little further in the future, probably sometime later this summer.
It would be an excellent topic for Jason to talk about.
Yeah, it would be. Jason's got, we're going to set up Jason. We're going to get him on here more often too. From Angry Peas, an Undergrounder. As there will be mining and collecting of resources, are there any plans for gathering scrap from destroyed enemy ships as trophies, or for other reasons? Well,
power-ups?
Yeah, when you blow up, you drop your
stuff.
Your stuff. All the stuff's floating
your
around.
Cargo, your
weapons, your power-ups, any energy, any shield oil, all that stuff drops out of you, and so. But I don't think we're.
Did you like my
that was
my
good.
explosion?
Yeah, we've talked about actually having a fun. We're going to always put placeholder sound effects in there, so we may have some sort of funny dev sound effect button that lets you pew 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 pew.
It's amazing how many times we're in a meeting or something and somebody does a sound effect. We're like, we should have captured that.
We should have recorded that. We're going to do that. We're going to do something like that. Maybe we'll get a crate of bourbon out there and start working on them. And who knows?
We're out of bourbon, Eric.
Yeah, we are. I know. Well, actually, we're not. I got some from home. But I'll bring some.
Really?
Yeah. And so that is the end of forum feedback. Isn't that? Yeah, that's it. And so I'm reading the script here, and I can't actually read. This reading stuff's really hard. So now it's time for our very first Be a Legend interview. with John Tennyson. He's also our very first backer, and he's kind of helping us out at the office.
My name is John Tennyson, and my call sign is Elfin Dreams. Like a lot of folks, I was a big fan of Wingman's Hangar and Wingman in general, and I heard there was a new project. I latched on. I was the first pledger in the Kickstarter campaign. So, yeah, I had running a several hundred, 100-something degree fever and hallucinating at the time, actually. And someone, I think it was Jason, thought I used some sort of bot. That is not true. I was sitting there spamming F5 and seeing weird afterglows and sparkles. So, yeah, it was a bad time. I think the project's doing really well. It's on the right track, and I've gotten roped into helping, so there is that. Right now, I'm on the web team, and I'm helping Jason with some of the DevOps stuff. So I'm doing a lot of the server side, Google Cloud stuff, and all of that. I tend to be very weird with my moods when it comes to games. Sometimes I'll want to be a shooty guy, and sometimes I'll want to be the healer, and I won't know until I start playing around. But I'm guessing it's probably going to be the shaman. I do tend to like to favor the healers. So there's that.
Thanks, Elf, or John.
John.
It's kind of funny. You end up like Keith is Dunkle's you're designing. We all call each other by handles at times.
Sometimes you forget what their real
Yeah.
names are, and
Yeah.
you have to just swing back to the handle.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks. We have quite a few more of those to do.
Quite
I
a
think like
few.
250 or so. But listen, we are looking forward to meeting each and every one of you because that's part of this whole thing. We're building a community. We want to do it. And coming up this week, Descendent Studio.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Captain Tubby's weight this week?
We can't get rid of that guy. We just can't get rid of it.
Well, it's an appropriate. All right.
So a good question though. Now that he mentions
All right,
it,
let's start. We have Wingman's weight.
Yes.
Last week I was at 244 gloriously unskinny pounds, and this week I am at 242. There you go. Woo! Ding ding. So we're doing the low carb thing. It's working. We're going the right direction. I can't say it's going to happen every week, but at least this week we're doing okay. So coming up this week at Descendent Studios, the vertical slice continues. Dun, dun, dun. We're doing that. We're going to start scheduling the office visits for some of the people that have on the advisory board are going to come spend a week with us and hang out and be part of the design process. Website front end will roll out. We're doing a redesign on the front end. So we're having a carousel. We're going to make it a little more easier for people to read and to understand what it's about, understand the elevator pitch, what's going on, and that you can still pledge and become part of the process. We're going to make that happen. And we also have a new contest called Build-A-Bot.
Keith Dunkelzaw McCormick here to introduce you to Descent Underground's Build-A-Bot Challenge. That's right, our community is so awesome, we're going to give you the ability to create a new bot for Descent Underground. Find out the detailed information, go to this web address here. But I'm going to give you a quick overview of the skinny. Big thing is, it's a participation-based contest. So you get points for submitting entries, you get points for winning entries, but you also get points for constructive feedback. So get on there, rack up some points, because the key thing is, the #1 winner is going to be chosen by points. Why do you want to be the #1 winner? Because courtesy of AMD and a generous former winner of ours, #1's getting one of these. So get on our forums, go right here, and enter the Build-A-Bot Challenge for Descent Underground.
Thanks, Keith. That sounds like fun. Those contests are always a good time. We're still looking for an entry-level designer and somebody to help you out. We want somebody that has some Unreal experience and maybe can do some map building. If you're in the Austin area and interested, come on by. We'll talk to you. We have Design Underground on Monday. Ooh, are we doing Josh Describes the Art Pipeline?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Tune in Monday to find out. Also, thanks to our Underground members and to all of our backers and pledgers. Without you guys, there is no us. We wouldn't be on. We don't shake it up. Shake it up.
Oh no!
I know. I brought that song in yesterday, and Rob's been in Rob's head all day.
Yeah.
So subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll get an update to find out when these things are posted. We actually post these things before we go, a lot of the videos before we actually put them in the blogs or updates. Keep up with our latest on Facebook and Twitter. We just hit 1,000 likes on Facebook.
1,000 likes.
We've got 1,000 people. That's actually really, really cool.
That's
so
awesome.
Let's
Thank
go for
you.
2. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Let's
keep
go
it
for
going.
2,000. Keep spreading the word. That's the best, most important thing you can do is help us spread the word. We need more people in the pool to shoot. That's the whole point. Submit your forum feedback questions in the forum area. Thank you guys very much this week for 4 video questions. That was awesome.
We will squash the wing noob eventually. Eventually.
It's very hard. You bounce off the wing noob these days. 200, I hear he's about 242 pounds. Anyway, we'll see you all underground.
Doc! Hey, puto! Doc, there she is. There she is, man. There's a bitch. She's cheating. She's cheating, man! She's... Son of a bitch! She's my mom. Hey, bitch! No homeboy for her tonight, man. Bitch!
Great Scott!